Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to Intercept Insights episode 4. And today, Greg is not here. So we found a suitable replacement. Greg is doing some build stuff. But luckily, Richard is here. Gregor is in the chat, I see. Thank you for that. Well, yes, Richard, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Really enjoying the weather over here in the UK. We've finally got rid of the rain and we've got glorious sun. It's a bit warm in my office. But yeah, really good. How about yourself?
Yeah, we got that rain now. As in the past couple of days, it's like, it's horrible. It's just rain, rain, rain. I want sun.
I'll send some
happiness,
over.
Yeah, that'd be good. Hopefully, in the next couple of days, we'll get some sun. Before we start, we still have one question outstanding from last week from Izzy on Intercept. Did we hire people remotely pre-COVID? And that is a very good question, and it's well, I was going to say it's a more a yes and a no, but we actually started the hiring process or the recruitment process overseas or within Europe before COVID. Just took a long time because you need to figure out stuff like payrolling, But actually, the process started pre-COVID, and yeah, the first new hire from the UK in this case was during COVID. But yeah, that's how it went.
Yeah, that's cool.
Not because of COVID, but I do think that worldwide, people started realizing that working from home is more of a possibility for other people. It's easier. It isn't that bad. You can still be very productive. Maybe people can even be more flexible. I would even say that maybe it is a bit harder to have that line between work and private. But yeah. So that's the answer. And then we'll discuss that at the end of the show. We picked a name for the cow, so we are gonna be sending a goodie bag.
Ooh, it's exciting to hear the names.
Yes, me too. All right. I think it's time to talk about last week.
Super smooth that.
I used my Stream Deck there. I've been practicing all morning pressing the button. So. All right, Richard, what did you do last week?
So the previous week and that, I've been working obviously on AKS, been writing a couple of blog posts as well, been prepping for a pen test we got coming up for a customer. So just making sure we're locking everything down we can, prepping everything, doing a bit of troubleshooting as well, figuring out ways to sort of do daily builds of container images and sort of production-based ones. So quite a big bag of things, really. And obviously, I spent a lot of my time looking at Microsoft Build, which I'm sure you did as well. So how's your week been?
Definitely did. Been checking a lot of build stuff. My week, yes, I wrote a couple of designs. Looking into some new designs on Azure Marketplace. So how do you bring your current architecture, current solution to the Azure Marketplace? What do you need to do? Do you need to refactor some stuff? Well, obviously you need templates, or do you want to have an Azure app? Do you want to have a managed app? All that stuff, that's what I'm working on right now. Also some IoT stuff with customers. And today I decided to do my renewal for the Azure Admin and Azure DevOps certifications, and luckily, I both passed, which was the DevOps one. I really liked it. The admin one, I was kind of relieved that I passed. I'm like, those questions, they are so detailed. Like,
so hard, that one. I think that one's the hardest one out of all the renewals for the Azure exams. So yeah, congratulations on passing both of them in one day as well.
And thank you. And we had a colleague earlier in the internal team saying, I did the admin renewal. It was pretty easy, and I did it. I'm like, easy? What are you talking about? That was not easy. That was definitely not easy. But luckily, I've passed, and we can move on to the next one. Hopefully,
awesome.
I don't know. I'm not sure when I need to do a renewal. It can take some time, but
I've got two coming up next month. So the architect and the security one next month is for me.
Oh, security one.
Yeah. I heard that one's not too bad, so looking forward to that.
I hear that the architect one is is quite the one. You need to do some good prep for that. So good luck with that.
Thank you. Now, Gregor, how's your week been?
Yes. I did there's a build stuff. He did build stuff. Yes.
Nice.
Yes, Gregor is really busy with some build stuff. He was on that was pretty cool. He was on a Teams call with Satya Nadella. It was like we saw that yesterday. I think it was highlighted in Microsoft In Focus, the one with Scott Hanselman. Well, that was pretty cool. I think we had to hear all about it, of course, but actually we're just a bit jealous. So we got a question from Remco.
Ooh.
Did you pass in one go for the admin renewal? I actually did. Actually, I didn't expect it. I'm gonna be honest. I had 68%, and you need 60, so it was pretty poor. So that's I have to say a pass is a pass, but I guessed some stuff on the Devils one. I did much better, but yeah, it was a tight one, but we did it. It is a hard one. You need to know your management, your virtual machines, your DNS. It's pretty much the whole Axum outline just passes by. Cool. Gregory is on with Donna Sakar in 20 minutes. Yes, if you share a link, we'll share it, Gregor. So that's good. All right, on to next week. I so love that animation.
It's so good.
Really
dropping all those awesome icons out.
Yes. So what's new in Azure? Well, obviously, Bill. What's new in Azure for you? What did pop out in Build?
Wow. So a hell of a lot of stuff came out of Build, but the biggest one for me is the app services can now run on Kubernetes, not just Azure Kubernetes, but Kubernetes in Google Cloud, in AWS, and even on-prem and at the edge, all thanks to Azure Arc. So you install Azure Arc on your Kubernetes clusters, and you can then start installing app services, API management, functions, logic apps, even Event Grid, all on your AKS clusters. You get sort of like these locations inside your Azure portal. So all these clusters become locations, and you can just deploy to it. It's so cool. I've been playing with that a bit as well recently, and I can see this changing a lot of things and making more people want to learn Kubernetes and AKS. So definitely worth looking at if you haven't.
Yeah, I've been playing with it a little bit as well. Specifically the app services part. It's really cool. You actually just deploy. Well, technically, you're just deploying to a region, right? So you create a new region with Azure Arc, because that's what it does. You have an Arc-enabled cluster, and you just go to app services, deploy, choose a region, choose your Kubernetes or Azure Arc region, and it just deploys that. It works out of the box. There's still lots of features to be added, but it looks really, really promising. I do wonder about that function part, though, because I've been doing some Azure functions on Kubernetes with Kida, because Kida is awesome, and everyone needs to use it. It's really, really good. So I wonder how that's going to compare. So why would you? I know if you're using app services, you're using the Azure portal, use that for deployment. So it makes sense to go the same route, but just deploy somewhere else. For example, the Arc-enabled cluster. But I just wonder, why would you not use Kida instead if you want, the whole event-driven auto scaling, because that's basically what a lot of Azure functions bring. So I'm wondering about that. And what popped out for me was lots of new features. We've got more GitHub integration with Azure Security Center, which is really, really good. I think that integration is really important from a security perspective. But what I also want to mention, and this is for all the IT ops people out here, I've seen a lot of sessions, and it's amazing that you can do it with Visual Studio, right-click, deploy to Azure, which is great. But ops people, get your governance in place, get your policies in place, get your cost management in place, get your naming convention, because we always joke, you just said it right before the show, right? Friends don't let friends right-click deploy. Even though it's very cool to do and it works really well, make sure you've got all the governance, all the guardrails in place before you start doing that, or before you start allowing people to do that, because you don't want to end up looking back in a year, looking at that subscription going, what happened? What is this? What's that for? we don't have tags. Well, what are tags for? Just want to make sure that that's in place. I think that's it's built right. It's focused on a lot of development, which makes sense. Well, that means that the ops people just know that it's happening, know that more stuff. Same with GitHub Actions pipelines, right? Automatically deploying to Azure. Make sure your guardrails are in place. That's really, really important.
Yeah, definitely. And if your Azure subscriptions and that look like that already, just reach out to us. We'll have a chat with you and try and help you tidy it up and get you working good again.
Remco was asking what's going on with the bass drum sound. Bass drum sound. We're making some noises here. I'm not hearing anything, but if you can pinpoint it, let us know. All right, and then for the next section, we've got a guest. We already announced it on Twitter. Oh, that might be me tapping. That might be me tapping. Maybe I'm a bit nervous. See, yes, it's gone. I stopped tapping. No, so for our next part of the show, we have a guest, and I guess we announced it on Twitter. It's Karl. Karl has maybe he was forced into it, but he's gonna dye his hair blue. Yeah, I think he was forced into it, and he's raising money for charity. So we thought, let's invite him. Let's talk about it. So here we go. Welcome,
hello.
Karl.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Very good, thanks.
How are you?
I'm pretty well, but just like Richard, the weather's pretty good here. I don't think it's quite as warm in my office/bedroom as it is in Richard's, but because I have a hoodie on. But yeah, it's beautiful outside.
Awesome, that's good.
Good to know. I'm happy to have you here. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Go ahead, Richard.
I was just going to say thanks for coming, Karl. It's awesome to have you here.
That's great to be here.
Yeah, lots to talk about. So let's kick off with some questions, I guess. So obviously, introduce yourself and tell us about how you got into technology.
My name's Karl Cooke. Twitter, you can see my Twitter handle there on the screen is Karl_IT_nerd. I've been working full-time in IT since about 29 or 30, and I'm almost 38 now. So not long when you really think about it, but started out my technology career as a level 1 service desk engineer for a local MSP here in Northern Ireland, and have just got the head down and studied hard, worked hard since. Today, I'm working as an implementation specialist for Action Point Technology Group. I specialize mainly in Azure and M365 deployments. So it's all good fun. I mean, you guys know from working with Azure, no 2 days are the same. Something is always changing. So it's good fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. And we have to talk about the blue hair, man.
Yeah.
What's happening? How did that come to happen? We followed it a bit on Twitter. How did that happen? Why blue and how?
Well, why blue? Because I'm never done talking about Azure in one shape or form. And why I have to blame or thank my wonderful wife for that one. That was Rebecca's idea. When Rebecca and I first met a long time ago, there's a picture on the blog article actually from about 17 years ago. I had pink hair. I was 20-ish and had bright pink hair. And we thought, wouldn't it be funny to do again? But I wasn't expecting to actually do it again. And then there was a tweet. Suddenly my phone started going nuts. It was a Sunday evening, and my wife had effectively dared me / encouraged me into dyeing my hair blue at the end of June. So at that point, I figured, why not? So I wasn't a willing participant at the beginning, but I'm a bit of a willing participant now because we're going to raise some money for 4 excellent charities by doing this.
Awesome. That's really good. I think it started off with 50 likes or something, and then you got like over 150 plus straight away. So that's awesome.
It's great. The Azure community just wants to see me be uncomfortable on a live stream. So
100%. Yeah, we will definitely have to get you on again when you got your blue hair.
Yeah, that sounds good. We haven't quite figured out how the live streaming of my hair being dyed blue will go, or how what the logistics are of that, but I'm sure we'll figure it between now and the end of June.
Awesome. So you mentioned that you're raising some money for charity. Which charities are you raising for?
Okay, so we're raising for 4. So Black Girls Code in the US, Into Science UK in the UK, Action Mental Health here in Northern Ireland, and Izzy's suggestion of the Tu Tam Orphanage in Vietnam.
Oh, awesome.
So we wanted to pick some charities. I mean, the Azure community in particular is so inclusive, and it tries to involve everyone, and we want to see that for everybody, regardless of what background they come from, what they look like, or what how well off they are. We want that inclusivity to be available for everybody, and so that's why we chose to support Black Girls Code and Into Science UK, and then Action Mental Health. Simply because the last year with COVID, I think everybody has had a hard time in one shape or form, and it's important just to look after your mental health and talk to people when you need it. And Action Mental Health are a local charity that helps people with mental health issues. So, yeah,
right. And that's I think it's amazing that you're dyeing your hair blue, and then you start a fundraising. That's just amazing.
Yeah, I figured someone has to benefit from my hair going blue. We have to try and link it in with some fundraising at the same time. Yes, if I'm going to feel uncomfortable in front of lots of people, then let's try and raise some money at the same time.
Yes, we will definitely try to get you on stream once the hair is blue. So that'd be amazing if you could be on.
No problem. Apparently the beard's going blue now as well, because we've blown through our stretch goal. We're sitting now at £1,400 inside of 12 days. The support from the entire community has been amazing.
That's great. Yes, that went fast. That went really fast to 1,400. That was that's good to see. It's good that people want to give. That's amazing. I think that also shows how great the community is that we are blessed to be a part of.
Very much.
So I got a completely different question, Karl.
Go ahead.
If you were to go out with dinner with the family, who's deciding where you're going and where would it be?
Who's deciding? That would most likely be Rebecca, my wife, deciding where we're going. And if we had the choice, it would certainly be a really good Mexican restaurant.
Mexican?
Yeah.
Why Mexican restaurant? Just a passion, or?
Well, my wife's from the US and hasn't really been able to find a really good Mexican restaurant in Northern Ireland. And anybody from Northern Ireland that's watching me will know they're all a bit bland here. So, I think I tweeted earlier this week or last week that we will move anywhere in the UK if someone can find me a decent Mexican restaurant. I mean, in fact, right. I might expand that to anywhere in Europe if someone can find me a decent American restaurant or Mexican restaurant.
Mexican.
Yeah.
That is that sounds like a challenge. I think send in suggestions. Where do you need to live in Europe to get good Mexican food? Do we need to give? Gregor says, "Can someone give me a nudge?"
I think he's falling asleep.
Oh no.
He's asleep with his eyes open there. Look.
Yes. So, we did it. All right.
There you go.
All right.
Right. So the next question, let's go back to some technology. So you mentioned you love Azure and the community on Azure, but what about Azure actually interests you the most?
Well, it's constantly changing. So like I said in my introduction, no 2 days are the same. I'm from an IT ops background, as both of you are, and I'm looking forward to getting more to grips with the cloud native technologies in Azure as well. But there's so much to learn and so much to do that no two customer engagements are ever going to be the same. So that it's fun day to day. It's fun.
I definitely agree with you. I love it. Cool. So I think we got some speed questions now as well. So you basically just answer them as quick as possible without thinking. I want to know your first answer, and that's it. So the first one: Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Trek.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Trek.
Star Trek or Star Wars? You gotta get this right. You can't move on.
Okay. Star Wars.
There we go. Okay, cool. Azure DevOps pipelines or GitHub Actions?
I've been told the correct answer here is GitHub Actions.
Correct. UK or US?
UK.
Okay. Blue hair or Intercept green hair?
And blue hair.
Okay. Steering wheel on the left or steering wheel on the right?
Hang on. What side do I drive on? Right.
Oh my God.
That's very worrying. I'm nervous to ever get in the car with you now.
I just get into the car. The steering wheel is there. I don't have to think about what side it's on.
That's very true. Now, what two things can you never eat for breakfast?
Eggs and steak.
I could do both.
What about lunch and dinner?
Oh, we'll go for, or can't eat for lunch and dinner. Anything goes.
What two things can you not eat for breakfast? Lunch and dinner.
Oh,
you can eat eggs for breakfast.
Well, I can't eat eggs. Not really. just don't like them. And let's go for Brussels sprouts as well then.
Oh, I love those. I love those.
We can't be friends. We can't be friends anymore.
Not for me. Not for me.
Brussels sprouts, they are great. They are so good.
No.
They are the best. I think those are the veggies that as a child you hate.
Yeah.
And then once you grow up, they are amazing. No.
You still hate. I'm with Karl on this one, sorry.
I am the parent that doesn't eat Brussels sprouts, but would try and force my kids to eat Brussels sprouts. So
that's cool.
Well, we all have our food habits. I think there's a story about Richard ordering food when it was raining.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So
you should tell that story.
I'll tell it right now. So I used to live in this flat and it was raining quite bad. And there's this takeaway place literally pretty much just over the road from where I am. So I got on the Just Eat Uber Eats app and got it delivered because it was raining outside. I was hungry. You know, what are you going to do? I had no umbrella.
Apparently get Uber Eats to deliver 200 yards down the street.
Yep. The guy was very confused, but you know.
Good solution though. I once lived in a place where there was a fast food restaurant. I think about 200 meters down the road. There's one straight road, right? It was no corners, nothing, and it was raining, and I would literally get in the car and drive backwards, pick up the food, and drive back forwards. Literally, that's how lazy I could be. I'm not lazy, but when it comes to getting food, I might be a bit lazy. All right, so you're at £1,400 right now.
I am indeed. Yep.
That is good. And what's the goal?
The original goal was £500. Then we yesterday pushed it to 1,000 because we thought, well, let's see how much we can raise. And that was, that target was destroyed within hours yesterday. So we're at £1,400 out of a target of £1,500.
Oh wow!
I mean, it's awesome. Really overwhelming the amount of support that we've seen over the course of what's less than 2 weeks at this stage. So I think we'll keep it open until the end of June.
But you're almost there. 1,500.
Yeah.
What's the next goal?
We'll just keep shifting up in £500 increments, and we'll see where we get to.
Where are you going to die next? Eyebrows?
Yeah, let's go with the if we get to 2,000, I'll see if my wife wants to dye my eyebrows blue for me.
Awesome. We need to get it to 2,000 now.
When it's blue and we have you on the show, can we have Rebecca there as well?
Sure.
All right.
The beard's going blue anyway, Izzy. I've just seen the comment there.
All right. So we've got this, that we will have Rebecca on show.
Yeah, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see who caused all this and who is actually responsible for kickstarting an amazing fundraising for charity as well.
Yeah.
I
can't accept credit. I can't accept credit for any of this. This is all my wife Rebecca's fault. Or we'll go.
Well, you could say fault. You could say fault.
Yeah.
Was Yeah, definitely. All right. But it's amazing. It's amazing.
It's excellent. I mean, the fact that we're able to raise so much money so far for all of these charities is fantastic.
All right, that's great. So that's it for our questions. I think we had questions in chat as well. Oh, Izzy, this is a good one.
Yes. So the week before it goes blue, I'll be bleaching it. So there'll be pictures all over Twitter of me with bright platinum blonde hair and beard. It's just so it gets as blue as possible come the 25th of June.
Awesome.
Can't wait.
This
is gonna be great. It's gonna be great. All right, so you really have thought it, and I thought I saw a picture on Twitter somewhere that it was ordered or it came in the coloring.
Oh, yeah,
so you already have it.
We ordered it this morning or last night, so it's due here today or tomorrow. And my son wants his hair dyed too. My son's 12. He wants his hair dyed green, so he may be the Intercept hair guy.
Ah, nice.
It's a good color. That's a good color. All right. Well, that's it for questions, Karl. Thank you very much. That was enjoyable. That was great.
Thank you all for having me. It's great.
And thank you for having us, for taking the time out of your schedule to have a word with us and talk about the amazing things you're doing. We're gonna move on with the fun facts about Karl. Thank you very much. If you have any questions for Karl, put them in the chat, put them on Twitter. We'll make sure that it gets to Karl. But I think everyone knows Karl on Twitter, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Great. Thank you very much, guys.
With that, thank you, Karl. Have a very, very, very good day.
You too. Thank you.
Fun facts.
Yeah, that was good. Fun facts.
That was good. I like that. So it's a good story, but
I wouldn't be doing it.
I wouldn't be doing it. No, I'm just really sensitive about my hair. I'm so sensitive. Yeah, he is brave. He's brave, but it's cool. I think it's crazy, but it's amazing. All right. We got some fun facts. I got one.
Ooh.
The dishwasher's broken at the office. That's what I heard. That's a fun fact. We need to get that fixed. Yeah.
You could just go to the office and wash all the dishes yourself and be the new dishwasher.
Yes, but I haven't been at the office for quite some time, actually. Well, I love my office. I love it.
It is a good office.
No, we do have limited access to the office for people who actually want to visit the office. So that's good. But I actually wanted to use the fun facts section today for the cows.
Good idea.
We've got 2 cows that needed to be named, and we have an inset.
There. One down there somewhere.
Yeah. So we had some responses on Twitter, and we're going to send off a goodie bag, actually. Cool. Goodie bag containing good stuff. So that's going to be amazing. And I saw a lot of responses, and I did get some internal responses as well, which
some of them were quite funny.
Yes. I think someone said Jaap and Rie to our CEO and CTO. That's not how we're going to name the cows, people. We're not going to do that. No, we had some good deep ones, and I really like this one. It's Bell and Opus, which is Bell from Dutch Bell is cow. I love it how people not from the Netherlands come up with that typical Dutch stuff. That's pretty cool. And so it's going to be Bell and the other cow Opus, which is from the meaning to create an innovative piece of art, which is technically what we do, right? That's
Yep, 100%.
All right.
Good names. Right. Who was it who suggested them?
It was Johnny Chips or John Lum, as we might know him. Nice. So, John, when you see this, you're getting a goodie bag. Well, I'll contact you on Twitter, and we'll make sure you get that Intercept goodie bag. See what we can.
We want to see the goodie bag being unboxed live on your streams, so please do that.
Yes, we want to see it. We're going to make sure that it gets to you, but we do want to see pictures and videos of you unboxing it. And And what's up next week for you, Richard? What are you going to do?
So next week is quite a good week for me because here in the UK we got Bank Holiday Monday. So Monday I'm off, but also tomorrow I'm off because my mum's up. And then next week is prepping for the pen test more, just sort of more AKS stuff as well. But yeah, this pen test has taken up a big chunk of time getting sure everything's ready for that. Basically, I'm having to redeploy a whole environment ready for the pen tester so it doesn't affect any production things. But it's an exact clone of the production. So basically, I'll be testing all my scripting works and my templates and everything. So it'll be hopefully smooth sailing, but I'm sure something will crop up. It always does. How about you?
Well, I'm actually gonna wrap up some designs. I'm gonna do 2 or 3 next week, and I'm gonna do some Flux CD on Kubernetes to do some GitOps and see if we can build some automation around that. Add it to your scripting, to your amazing scripting. See if we can do some GitOps with Flux CD, which I'm really excited about. I play with Flux CD. I play with Argo CD as well. I know it's a bit of a controversial topic. You're going to do Argo CD, you're going to do Flux CD, but my heart really goes to Flux CD. It doesn't have to GUI, but it's so fast. It's so, I'm not going to say easy to configure, but it's really clean. It's clean on the cluster. It's clean to configure. It works really well with Helm.
It's also something Microsoft picked for their GitOps offering as well. So, if you support Microsoft's decisions, you're backing a good horse here with going with Flux.
That's good. That's good to know. I wasn't that into it. I just like Flux CD. Argo CD good as well, by the way, but I don't need all the GUI stuff. Just wanna get the other stuff, the command line stuff. All right, so that's what we're gonna do next week. We'll have episode 5 next week, which is gonna be great. Hopefully Gregor will be back. Well, the other Gregor, because Gregor, what are you gonna do? I don't know, do some more build stuff and enjoy the day off on Monday. So that's what Gregor gonna do. But it's gonna be great. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Have a good weekend when you're ready, and let's talk soon.
Thanks for watching.
Yes, thanks for watching, and thank you, Richard. It was amazing. Thank you, Karl. We'll have a little chat after because that was fun. I think he's still in the queue. So thank you, everyone.
Awesome. Cheers.
All right. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.